YouTube, what is up? Welcome to 8 Radic Livestream. I'm your host, Rob, as always. Thanks, guys, for coming to check it out. If you're watching this on the replay, please leave your comments. I read every comment. I don't always respond to them, but I try to, I read them all for sure. I try to respond to them as I can. Thank you very much. So, in response to some comments from my earlier videos, we're going to be doing some testing, some focus testing today based on request. A lot of you want to see Nether Spirit in the deck, so fine, that's an easy enough one to throw in there as a one-off. Another thing that we want to talk about here, that I want to talk about today, specifically the pros and cons of running Smallpox. So Smallpox is going to be sort of the focus of it today, and you can tell that there is absolutely a question. There's not that I'm not the only. Am I the only player that hates Smallpox? Why would somebody playing 8-Rack even think about asking this question? This is to some people that would absolutely baffle some. But if you've been around a while, and maybe you're more of a, I don't know, if you like to look at sort of the engineering behind decks, you may pick up on some of the more subtleties of Smallpox. So let's talk about it. What is Smallpox? And what is it for? So when deciding whether or not to run Smallpox, I want you to really understand this. I doubt you will hear this explanation from anywhere else, and this is coming from somebody who's been literally playing it since the very beginning of 8-Rack. Smallpox leads you to the most linear sort of configurations you can find in 8-Rack, and it also hampers your not hampers, but I would say it also further limits your ability to design alternate win conditions. So you become hyper-linearized, is what I like to say with this card. Beyond what it does, I'm not going to debate with you whether or not 8-Rack is a good candidate for using Smallpox, because it's probably the best candidate out there for any deck, in Modern that's going to possibly use this card. So obviously, we're a candidate to use it. Do we break the symmetry enough where it's just an auto, it just absolutely crushes every time? The answer is no. And that is why you will see people asking, why am I the only one that hates Smallpox? Because what you're feeling there is the problem that 8-Rack has with Smallpox is it doesn't break the symmetry. So if you have Smallpox in your hand, and you're just pissed because you can't cast it because it's going to destroy your land, what you're feeling right there with that feeling, that's you not breaking the symmetry on this card. So every time you have that feeling of, damn, I want to cast this, but I don't want to lose my land, I want you to register that in your mind as this is one more data point where I didn't break the symmetry on this card. And if you add up all those data points, hey, Doug, I will be doing more league games later. And welcome. But yeah, if you add up all those times where you don't break symmetry on it, and you find that it's not worth the times, if you find those situations are hampering you enough that it's not worth the upsides to it, then Smallpox becomes not the most awesome card ever made, like you'll hear some people say. So that is what I want everyone to understand, that I'm not saying it's not playable. I'm not saying it's a bad card. I'm not saying any of those things. You will see lists running Smallpox with 5-0 results in MTGO. So it's certainly playable, any way you slice it. But is it the right card for everyone? The answer is absolutely no. It's a card for those people that they just love hyper-linearized decks, like they just want to sort of like min-max one type of a strategy as opposed to having any kind of diversity. And that's what I mentioned the word linearity earlier, and I said that with the idea that everybody knows what I mean, but it's not actually super common knowledge anymore. So, what is linear versus nonlinear? Linear decks do one thing. They only do one thing. They do that one thing very, very well, but if you are able to defeat that one thing that they're doing, they oftentimes will just fall apart. So, examples of linear decks are 8-rack and Burn, for example. Burn is another very linear deck. It does one thing. It does one thing only. If you get around it, like you start gaining life or you slow them down and run them out of gas, they flounder and fail. So you see what I'm saying. So now, what is not? Why do we? What's the advantages of linearity? The advantages are you get extremely efficient and repeatable results. Like it's going to do the deck. You can count on it to do the same type of thing. Every hand you get like every game is different, every match is different, but the patterns, the play patterns, all fall into that same linear thing. So there you have that. So now the advantages to that is it's dependable and repeatable. You can count on. I'm going to get that discard. I'm going to get that. I'm going to be able to. I can play my hand based on the fact that even though I don't know what's coming, I know how my deck operates enough. It's going to give me the discard spells in time that I need, or however you want to work it out. Like that. That's the idea. Now, the disadvantage to that is that if they defeat that plan, you're done. Like if you get stuck up against the Jace that starts drawing cards, and you're only out, the only way you have to kill them in your deck is the rack and Shrieking Affliction effects. What do? How do you beat them? You don't. Because like have some other plan B, and that's where we get into the advantages of having a deck that isn't completely linearized. And I think in fact, I will say this, for all those people that say that linearized decks are the only way to play, or this is the best way to play this, it's the only way to play ARAC, I will tell you that in the very beginning, my deck, I spent I can't tell you how many pages on that point, like 30, 40, 50 pages with people screaming at me that the deck is too linear, it will be completely destroyed by laying in line with Sanctity, so stop bothering, and GTFO of Modern, and stop bringing this crap to Modern. So that's essentially what I was being told is linear is bad. It only works in burn because it's burning in your face, so you can still get the win. Any other non-burning type deck that's linear, get it out of here. We don't want it. So in response to that, there's always been this desire to have cards in 8-rack that are, ways of, other alternate ways to get that win in there. We want Dark Confidant. We want Pack Rat is another huge one. That's a Pack Rat is a big one. You've got your, of course, you've got your boom. You got your Bitter Blossom. And then you have the cards, there's some people who take it to extremes. They start going the Waste Knot and like Liliana's Caress route. So you see what I'm saying? Like they're giving these are all examples of alternate win paths that are necessary if you don't want to get stuck when they beat your plan A. So that's what you're talking about. And the other thing I want to mention about Smallpox is that if you try and run Smallpox with 21 lands, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. I see this a lot. You need 23 lands on this. You really need 23 lands on this, as seen in, let's see, lately, right here. This was the 5-0 list. So 23 lands. So you can get away with 21 lands without Smallpox. So now there's another big, and that's a real, kind of meat and potatoes type of disadvantage there. That if you really want to look at things, what does it cost you to run this card? The cost is a total of 6 deck slots, not 4. because you have to add 2 more lands. And it's kind of like a double hit because you're losing to it. Not only are you wasting more slots, but those slots are not going to cards; they're going to lands. So it's like twice as Sorry about that. Oh, it woke up your wife. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, she goes crazy. I have a tiny dog. She just goes crazy. Only for 5 seconds when the stupid door. Anyone comes through the door, mess around the door. All right, whatever. It's over. All right. So anyway, yeah. So these are the types of things. Getting back to it, we're talking about smallpox and the pros and cons of it. The pros of it are it hyperlinearizes you, and it makes it so that you're and you know, it certainly has a potential for A-Rack can break the symmetry. So, and when you do break the symmetry on it, it's probably one of the most powerful effects available in modern. If you break the symmetry on it, so there's that. The downsides being that it hyperlinearizes your deck, doesn't allow you to have any sort of game or sort of plan B type of effects. Although I will say that, with the addition of more planeswalkers that are 8-rack appropriate, some of that gets mitigated a little bit. But it also for sure makes you run more lands. You got to run 23 lands if you're running 4 Smallpox, or you're just going to get land screwed and you're going to really, really hate it. So those are the things you need to consider. And so today, I want to do, just copy that real quick, and we'll just take out Yeah, it's very greedy, Michael. I agree with this comment. It's extremely greedy, and I guess the lists you see are winning are the ones that are getting lucky with it. You know what I mean? Like it's greedy, but when it pays off, it pays off, I guess. But Pox is such a swingy card, and that's the other thing y'all need to realize, that if when it hits hard, it's extremely powerful, but then there's times when it's completely dead in your hand and you wish it was almost any other card. So just choose the card, choose to use it or don't use it, but make sure you're making a fully conscious decision on it. Don't be just completely pigeonholed into it is always to be used or it is never to be used. It's like every other card, out there. There's certain applications for it. There's certain ways to play. Like if you want to sort of surprise your FNM, like they've never seen you play 8-rack before and you just want to roll in there with 8-rack crazy hyperlinearized, it makes a lot of sense to go a hyperlinearized version. But if they've been playing you for a while and they know your tricks and they get wise to it, you're going to need a plan B. And if you need a plan B, there's a lot of good choices, and then you can get into a lot of interesting discussions on what is good to diversify and give yourself a plan B. But one of the types of plan Bs that will work with Smallpox is a new card that we just got access to. Little old Nether Spirit. He's from a million years ago. Yeah. Yeah, you may be right on it. You may be right. I was thinking that the London Mulligan rule, and I wanted to talk about that. Thanks for bringing it up. I was thinking the London Mulligan rule in general is really good for 8-rec. You want, because what it does is it encourages people to aggressively mulligan, and they think they're making their perfect hand with only 6 or 5 cards, and yeah, they've got everything they need except for you're gonna rip apart. It just makes your job a whole lot easier. So while it does certainly encourage Tron, and it makes Tron want to be played in decks like that, and combo type decks like that, I think them mulliganing is to our advantage. So thank you for bringing that up, by the way. I meant to talk about that recently. But yeah, so Nether Spirit. He's cool. Basically, you pitch him in the graveyard. He's total free. You put him in. Think of just throwing him in as a one-off and not even changing anything. It doesn't really matter. That would probably drive people crazy if I do that, so fine. I'll dump a Fatal Push for it. Yeah, Tron would be. Yeah, Tron being the other side. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get some warm-up done here, and then we'll run the league. I gotta try and one thing I want to do is I got to get in contact with this dude Cole Mask and make sure he doesn't mind me using his name in my videos and his deck and such. So I've used it like 3 videos now. I'm interested in asking him questions too. I think I want to talk to him and see if he'll come in and on a video maybe. All right, we're not supposed to play first with these lists anymore, and I'm not recommending y'all do that. I'm just doing what the owner of the creator of the deck likely does. This isn't too bad, but here you see where we're not breaking the symmetry most likely. We'll see. I have a good anti-creature hand. Ugh. That's like what I didn't want to see. I kept the hand just in case it might be fighting critters. Oh. Oh, I see. Well, all of a sudden it's good again. He milled my Urborg, you dick. But I can't. You see, I would love to be able to Smallpox here, but I just can't. So here is one of those times where in my mind I'm chalking it up to, 8-rec cannot play this card because it will not break this. It'll break this. We don't break the symmetry enough. It'll hurt us just as much, not more. Yes, Lily's Triumph is very handy there. What is this? I don't know, but it grinded a lot. Is that new? I don't know. It'd be good if I could get some fucking discard spells. No. Don't worry, we got this. We got this in 3, if not 2. I never really fear Mill, but you do have to play them a little bit carefully. You can't underestimate them. You gotta be a little careful with them. Ooh, nice, grats. Awesome, awesome. So that's kind of a nice split, 2 and 1. But when I'm running Triumph, Liliana's Triumph, I want as many lilies as possible. That's like the main reason that she completely eclipses Dave. That Liliana's Triumph, when it hits, this feels like the way Smallpox. This is like a one-sided Smallpox, put it that way. When it hits in mode 2. Ugh, dang. Well, I was only 10 that time. I need to get some. I need a land. Okay, so here he comes out and is useful. Yay, Nether Spirit. Glad I put it in. Yes. But you see, it doesn't come out with haste. I think it really needs to have haste. They could have made like a clone that had haste, I would think. Alright, let's do this. Drawing cards. Lovely. Drawing lots of cards. Okay, so first things first, we'll swing. I don't need to block. He's not going to swing at me. I need to survive the mill is what I'm going to need. It doesn't look like I'm going to. I pitch bridge because I'm not worried about his swings. I got ways to kill his stuff. I'm worried about him just milling me straight out here. I only got 17 left. I don't see any way of me winning. It's we usually have a good hand. We usually have a very good game against them. I had a terrible game, just a terrible game to keep against Mill. Awful. Oh shit, that sucks. I'm not familiar with them running that card usually, but I don't think I was going to live through this turn anyway, so it really matters. Maybe. We'll see. He's actually not running black, but... I'm pretty sure we're all right in 3 here, in game 3. He's kind of a slow mill, too. Yeah. No, God. What did he just do? He, like, devastation tied me? Okay. It's because he's out of gas? He's doing that because he's out of gas, I guess. So this is a cool time to, like, kind of see. This is probably the best you're going to see out of Nether Spirit. It's not exactly blowing my socks off, or knocking my socks off. Well, you see it, you know. It's kind of handy here. It's little. What is this now? Okay, that's GG. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not really into it, but it doesn't really matter in this particular match. But yeah, don't. Yeah, we're okay here. I think we're okay here, guys. Let's We don't need this. We don't need this. We really don't need this. This is kind of a silly card, to be honest with you. Hmm. Kitten wants to get on the video. There you go. All right, buddy. All right. Yeah, that's true. Spirit's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I just won't keep hands that are not decent. Yeah, we definitely don't need to play first on this. It's okay. That's a keep. I wonder if it'll pick him up purring on my mic. Alright, so here, as always, you're going to do 2 things. I'm going to do 2 1cc discards, a Raven Scry. I'm going to target it. I do the Ravens first. It's a little bit more risky because you don't have a full pick like you do with Thoughtseize with IOK, but the principle remains. Search for a trap, okay. That card seemed to do a lot. Took that one. Bob's pretty good here. I'm going to do Dave first, though. I did post it in Facebook 8-Rack, I think, Michael. Yay. That's fine. You go ahead and do that, buddy. Oh, right. I fell for it. I kind of have to, though. I need that land. I forgot I fell for that. Don't fall for it. Remember in league games, don't fall for that Field of Ruin into archive track. Shouldn't do that. This is what I call shoulder kit. Not gonna help you, sir. Yeah. It should be pretty easy for us. So he is running those little goofballs. I think the Bob's pretty good here. One thing this guy, Cole Massless, has definitely forced me to warm up to is Bob. Not as much Dave as I had hoped, but definitely Bob. Like anything but that would have been good. And Devastation Tide, so yeah, I'll take the Visions. I like it. I like playing any excuse to play Liliana the Last Hope. In this one, we could try that. That's an interesting. That would be an interesting brew test. This would be an interesting one to test that in. Damn. Hello, I need some lands. Damn, he just milled 2 lands too. Dick. Oh shit, this sucks. I have to let him. I have to take the double archive trap. Oh no, he can't do it on my basic. Thank goodness. He's got double archive trap. I just gotta watch out for that. This is essentially a strip mine. Seeing your own demise and accepting it. It might not. He's not playing the fast version. He's playing some kind of slow, grindy, control-y version of it. I think that's. No, I wouldn't go that route. Are you serious? Really? Come on now, y'all. All right, well, getting these hands out of the way. I mean, what? Really? And then look at him. 4 dead cards in my hand. So yeah, don't kid yourselves, guys. Smallpox has its place, but it is not the only it's not the only way to play 8-rack. Yeah, 21 lands. That is ridiculous. It's hard with 23. Okay. Oh, right, cryptic. Yeah. Okay. Well, we gotta play. Whoa! I didn't take it. Hold on now. You have no choice, huh? Oh, you have no choice. Well, that's good to know. Yeah. Well. All right, well, it's a warm-up game, so it is what it is. I wasn't thinking it's going to search regardless if you say no, but it searches you regardless. I just read the card more clearly. So you have no choice. This triggers his archive trap whether you take it or not. That's good to learn. I'd rather learn it here than somewhere else. You don't need it with Liliana's Triumph. You don't need it with Boggles anymore. Oh, he just scooped. See, okay, so there you go. He ran out of gas. He gave up not because of anything. He just got bored / ran out of gas. That was not a very effective mill deck. He should have had me dead. It's kind of like if you think of mill like burn. Like you need to be able to burn them down with your first hand. You need to be able to kind of like mill them almost all the way down with your first hand. Maybe not quite, but pretty close. Yeah. Yay, learn from my mistakes, folks. That helps. I'd rather learn the mistakes here anyway. So the thought was this in my little test build here, which Nether Spirit is cute, so we'll just leave him in. What if we do this? And now we got like all. Where's Last Hope? Boom. Now it's like Walker Madness. Now you got Walker Madness. I wonder if we can the Bantus. And then we add back in that fatal push. How about that? Why don't we mess with that? Replay watchers, let me know what you think about these various tweaks and whatnot. This is kind of, now I'm kind of deviated far from the guy's deck. And we're into some uncharted territory here, but for warm-ups, that's fine. That's another thing to learn. So Mill is another example of a linear deck. We were talking about linearity, and that is another example of it. This is a thin hand. I need like a Raven's Crime or some kind of walker. It's not the worst hand to fight this guy. Oh, good. Nice. Ask and ye shall receive. Whoopsies. Don't go too far. Alright, let's see what's going on with this. Ooh. That's right. That's the new... He's got Blast Zone in there. This is a card that's extremely problematic for us because this is a card anybody can run and it hurts us badly. On the other hand, it's a card I'm really glad to see in Modern, so just be aware of it, though. It's one of the reasons, that card is one of the reasons that I've been running Pithing Needle in the Side more and feeling pretty comfortable with it. Alright, so same scenario here. Although, actually, in this, it's not going to work. He doesn't have nothing. He's only got lands, probably. So I'm just going to double crime. Okay, well, so there's always that, folks. From high good luck to rage quit. Yeah. Yes, Blast Zone is a very good card. A good reason to run Field of Ruin. I highly recommend. This is a card that I haven't been running in a lot of my own personal lists. I haven't adapted it over. I've been running it in my test lists. But this card needs to go in as a 2-off, and feel free to add it with the Mutavaults because it turns itself into a black source. So I haven't had a problem with it not being with it not producing black because of that. So yeah, this is a card. Hits Blast Zone, hits Tron. It's just good. It hits a lot of man lands. It saved me from a bunch of different man land scenarios. It's just handy to have, and it hides in the mana base, and then you can do it without. Unlike Ghost Quarter, and definitely unlike Tech Edge, you can do it without almost any drawbacks. So it's really nice. Okay, so yeah, we didn't really get a cool test on that. That was just a little baby test. It's a pretty freaking greedy hand to keep. We'll see. If I lose, I really can't complain because it's a hand I shouldn't have probably kept, so. Yes, classic Rob keep, yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. We're in this kind of a thing. Ugh. I'm more greedy I'll say I'm more greedy in the warm-ups than not. Did he get all my dang lands? No, not too much. Wow, 2 of them. Yay. That's not going to be too much help for me. Well, maybe we'll see. I need him to sort of just empty his hand on his own because I don't really have anything to do it. He is a good sideboard tool for us, but this isn't great. He's good, but if you're planning on using him to stop Tron, he's not your Tron answer. That new card, that new, yeah, that's not great. That is not going to help me. It's the only thing I got. What else do I do? Yeah, I don't feel good about this hand. I don't feel good about this one. We'll see where we end up in game 3, though. Yes, Elder Spell. And for those people, in fact, I got into a huge drama episode over just over that card, the Elder Spell. Me saying I thought it was good against blue-white walkers and totally sideboard material, and other people saying it's garbage and trash, and I'm garbage and trash for trying it. Okay. Swing at Ashiok, I guess. It might have been. It was that dude Puff Trees. He streams a lot, I guess, too, but I don't know. He got all upset over it. I probably could have done this first, but he would just done a response anyway. Oh well, doesn't matter really. Okay, okay. The fatal push is gonna hit if he swings. Yeah, that's G's. I like all that. Really? I've never actually seen him. I've never actually seen him play. He had a mouth on him, let me tell you. Holy crap. He got really nasty. He's got a really nasty mouth. All I did was mute him for a little bit. I kicked him temporarily, and he fucking flipped out. Anyway, whatever. We don't need Well, what don't we need here? That. Lower that. The smallpox is not going to help too well. It kind of does good things and bad things. It keeps them off their high and stuff, so I'm pitching that. That'll be fine. Gifted Aetherborn. Aetherborn, I gotta remember what that is. I can't remember. It's the lifelink guy. That's okay. That's pretty good. No Tron. Boy, I wish I had a place like that. I'd tear it up. Alright, Snappy, Narset. Narset's nasty. Logic Knot. Yeah, I haven't looked through it, but you're gonna want some graveyard hate for sure. He pitched his Logic Knot. That was nice of him. You get another Logic Knot? Is that why you pitched it? Nope. Cryptic? Not super sure what to do here. If he rips a land, he can... No, he can't play his Lattice. No, he can't. Like O stone would be a good thing, maybe. Pithing needle. We can only stop one. We'll take last hope. He takes last hope. That's why he took last hope. Ah, shit. I thought he was going to do it to my... I don't know. Whatever. It looks like he's going to win either way. That don't feel good. I don't know why. Why isn't he just swinging at me with this thing? Can't he just swing it? Can you just make craters and swing at me and kill my walkers and stuff? He just wants to kill my lands, I guess. See, that's dumb. He should have... Can ult with Lily. That could be interesting. Looks like it might be heading that direction.
There you go. You finally figured it out. Hee hee. Yeah, he doesn't. It's like he doesn't know. He must be kind of new trying it, but that's fine. I mean, I do the same thing in tournament practice. He's getting the hang of it. He figured it out. He saw it eventually. He eventually saw it. I thought as soon as I saw that hit, I thought it was done, but he didn't see it. So does it help him? I like where I'm at. Imagine I'd love to get like an Elder Spell rip. That'd be cute. Probably exiled. So he chooses between lands and perms. Snap? No. Bastard. What a rip. He takes his own though. What a crazy game this is. What a weird game. It's not Tron. It's just like it's just a different variation on blue-white control. Blue-white control is so broad right now. You can have a ton of different ways to finish and end the game and control out. You can use so many different walkers. He could be Teferi or Jace or whatever. This was, I don't know, which I'd probably have been done long ago if he had been Jace, just sitting out using zero, gaining cards. I'd been dead long ago. Yeah, all the Teferis. Did I lose both Elder Spells already? One. There's one in there. You can still hope. See, I don't think he understands his +1. Why don't you swing at my guys with your dude? Oh yeah, he does have to lock that in. I forgot about that, sorry. I thought that was already toast. Yeah, you're probably right, Mike. You're probably right. Boy, if I can get a Lily alt out of this, that'd be fun. This is a weird game, I have to say. It's definitely a weird one. Oh, Well, let's see. I got 2 alting Lilies now. And a Davriel that hasn't been answered. What did he reveal? Cryptic, I think. I didn't catch it. Damn. Check the replay. I thought it was. Yeah, Cryptic. You gotta. Yay. It's got to be coding. Because he needs his Narset to answer the coding now, because the coding is the only thing stopping Lily from ulting. So Supreme Verdict, that won't help. Oh, what? You bitch. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, that's good. That's fine. That's fine at this point. Let's just start finally clocking him. Jeez, oh Pete's. No, it's just something I say. I was thinking. That's what I was thinking I was going to do. Yeah. I'm not going to use him. I was thinking about it, but I'm not going to use him. Oh, man. This game went way longer than I had planned. But it's been interesting, so I wouldn't change it. But, I mean, anyone saying Elder Spell is trash, I would have loved a freaking Elder Spell rip any of these turns. You see what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine how freaking destructive it would be right now? Good, that's good. That doesn't save him. Yeah, I got him. We'll let it ride. That was fun. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised we won. Right? Yeah, you're right, Michael. Ugh. Not the hand I want to keep, but that's an okay card to put on top. All right, it's not too bad. Yeah, he could have. You're right. You're right. He could have played games with the Batter Skull to avoid the death, but he only had 2 points, so it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. Snap, I guess. I think Smallpox after the Davriel. We're in game 3 now, Vulcan. Presumably he's going to cast his Ashiok this turn. Gives me a chance to Dave. Cool, good pick. Next turn is going to be devastating for him, I think. So he's got Cryptic for sure. I can't let him Cryptic the Smallpox. Yeah, I'm gonna. He's not gonna want to play land. No, I'm not gonna play land. I'm not gonna Pox either. He Crypticed on his own. That's fine. I'm glad I did it like that. That should be G. That's a good game. Good game. Good match. Really fun match. That was a wild ride, y'all. That was a wild ride. Okay. That took way longer than I wanted to for a warm-up match, so I'm going to have to end the stream short there. But thank you all very much for watching, and please leave your comments. I appreciate it, and I'll do another stream tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll do a back-to-back stream on the weekend, so there'll be more games tomorrow. Don't worry, it just took a little bit longer than I had wanted to. So thanks y'all for watching. Please sub if you like. Share the videos to anyone you know who likes Magic video or Magic Gathering or ARAC or whatever, so they can learn how to play or like cats. Yes, I had to shoo my cat away, unfortunately, but this video will be dedicated to Shoulder Cat. So there you go. So thanks y'all for watching. Thanks.